Peace, family. What's happening? It's your dude T.A.Z, aka Scott, BK, Herakuti Bequino Amen. I wanted to do this video one time because I had something on my chest and I just wanted to get it off for the fan one time. Well, y'all already know what's going on. Can't, you know, even expound on that. It is what it is. We see what it is. Let's talk about some solutions because that seems to be where everybody is gearing towards solutions. So let's talk solutions. Solution number one, individual might say, you know, Facebook be blocking me, they blocking my posts, they put me in Facebook jail, blah, blah, blah. Well, how about this? We got other black social media sites out there that you can use. They don't even go through all of that blocking and everything. It's none of that. You just be speaking to family, which was good. Well, my family ain't on there, or I got more followers, or a bigger audience on Facebook, blah blah blah, yeah yeah yeah. Something else, man, this dollar bill ain't worth anything, man. These banks is just taking our money, blah blah blah, yeah yeah yeah. All right, well, what they got, we got like at least 20, between 22 to 25 right now, black owned banks that's FDIC insured and all that. Won't you take your money out of Wells Fargo or, Bank of America or Chase or whatever? Take your dough out of there and bring it over there. Support the black business. I don't know. It's going to be too much with the exchange, I don't know. Too much paperwork, blah, 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 whatever it may be. Oh, okay, well, dealing with that fiat that, you say the dollar bill is not backed by anything. All right, how about this? Instead of dealing with trust, where I have to trust you and what you're selling me is going to be up to par and up to my standards to exchange money with you. There has to be trust. How about we deal with like a cryptocurrency where trust is no longer an issue? All we got to do is just write it in the contract. So on the blockchain, everybody gets to see what's going on, and as long as everybody abides by the contract, it gets debited, it gets credited. Wasn't that used by people buying drugs online? Da da da. Woo woo woo. Okay, not a problem. How about this? How about we use a whole nother means of currency where it's I use it with you, you use it with me, I use it at this particular store, this store uses it with that store. We become a community of individuals using this particular medium of currency that removes this community outside of the FDIC and what they're doing over here because we're exchanging our credits and debits or whatever we use in our community. And only thing we need within our community is the same thing that they have going on for that fiat that's backed by nothing. And that's consumer confidence. As long as you got consumer confidence in what we're doing right here, this will thrive. I can't go buy blah 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 or da da da. Who's doing that? Well, I don't know nothing about that. Okay, not a problem. See, the problem is everybody is down until you ask them to be down. Plain and simple. We like to gripe, we like to cry, we like to bitch and the moan, but when a solution comes up that's doable, something as simple as, Exodus. I was talking a couple of years ago on a virtual boycott, like an Exodus just leaving Facebook. Do you know how much that would hit that IPO if they lost 500, 1, 2, 3 million people in one day? Deactivated accounts, even though you could hit a button to reactivate your account, you deactivate that account and not use that account, those 3 million people, 3 million less individuals that their advertisers have to advertise to. That's going to hit them in the pocket. Nobody wanted to do that. And the few that did bounce out, you know, we be so few and far in between, it's not even a drop in a bucket. You know, it is what it is. Right now, as far as black social media is concerned, I use Blossom BLASOME.com. That's something new black social media. I use nationtime.org and comedicscribes.com. Those are the three I'm on right now. So recently on my page on the Book of Face, I like how the brother Baba Kamora say that, the Book of Face. Um, Recently on that, I've posted something a couple of times, and it's funny because I post something and everybody, yeah, yeah, cool, cool. It ain't for the likes. Don't get me wrong, but I see the support, and I post this, and it's like tumbleweeds. So to help y'all out, because I know a lot of times we kind of see trigger words, and mentally we don't think about it, but mentally we start processing stuff and filtering things, throwing stuff into our mental spam folders and whatnot. And a lot of that might be something like fundraiser or a pledge or Indiegogo, something like that. You glance over it, you see it, but it's like, I might come back to it. So to assist my brothers and sisters in this microwave society, 15-minute cartoons now, what I'll do is for the pledge that I've been posting, I'll read it to you. And if you're digging it, by all means, hit the link on the bottom of this and put your John Hancock. Forget that. Excuse me. I do apologize for that. Put your signature on there. Forget that dude. He did what he did. They did what they did. When they wanted freedom, they fought. They died. People died and whatnot. We want freedom. We're supposed to hold hands and sing and ask for forgiveness. It's a whole other video. Here we go. The gathering. Resources of power. Take the pledge of support. Greetings, family, brothers and sisters. Yes, family, we are talking to you. This message will reach many, but you have heard and have been chosen. We number 50 million of our family in the U.S., and it takes 0.1%, and 60,000 people, to help us create a U.S. national all-African treasury. All-African treasury. The solution to our economic problems. We must further the financing of our businesses, the establishment of institutions that we trust and can count on, creating our own social community programs, and collectively investing in land and other ventures to profit and for profit and wealth for us all. We all know by now this is needed, and it is our responsibility, and we can do it. What must I do? We are not asking for your money, but we are asking you to pledge to be a supporter today. This is a pledge. So when the time comes, when we do ask you to honor your commitment, that you will contribute at least $20 a month towards the creation of the All African Foundation Treasury Fund. How do I know where the money is going? The fund will be completely transparent and dedicated only to the clear economic goals of providing strategic business development grants, consumer marketing, education, financial education, organization, institution creating and assistance, community development, and collective investment. Who will be in charge of the fund? Its management and operations will be conducted by the Board of Trustees, operational officers, and by committees of experienced and qualified professionals that share an African culture and political worldview of our people and community first. Why should I? We must accept our roles as responsible men and women collectively in our society, our nation, and our culture. More practically, our individual, individualistic, individualistic ideals, values, and behaviors are and have been negatively affecting our success both as a group and as a collective family. So our strategies are rarely successful, and when we are successful, we make small gains. Therefore, a dedicated and passionate few of us will commit to a plan of action for our group to effect change that yield concrete results through self-reliance and independent actions. We chose few alone. We chosen few alone must make it happen. Historically, after integration, many of the affluent professional and educated left our communities. Simultaneously, unemployment and government social services decimated the families that remained. Pardon me. Decimated the families that remained in former black dominant urban communities. So once strong and stable black dominated communities became ghettos overwhelmed with crime and poverty. Those workers who were able to find employment left these same communities in pursuits of employment in the various rungs of corporate America rather than opening businesses. The universal black family slogan was get a job. It should have been open a business. Black consumerism, in unison with social trends to copy the Caucasian idea of the American dream, abandoned black produced products and services to purchase products produced outside the community at cheaper quality or greater expense. These and other factors contributed to the wholesale destruction of the previous half century advancement of the African business sector and its economic institution of power. What is left now is a small fraction of what once was. Today, in 2016, we now have $1.1 trillion, $1.1 trillion in consumer spending power, which does not include immigrant continental African or Caribbean people's monies as well. But our consumer power is spent 95% outside of our communities. The business ratio of Africans born in America, ABIA, is 1 out of every 115 people, whereas other communities are 1 out of 11, 1 out of 30, or 1 out of 35. Median Africans born in America wealth is $7,113, and median Caucasian wealth is $111,000, $111,146. The social state of our culture is understandably also a disaster. No matter which area you look, our fabric is torn and tattered. Marriages, children raised by single parents, unemployment, crimes, sexual deviance, government-sponsored police brutality, and overall systematic, entrenched, historical, ancient racism. How do we succeed? Our mission is clear. Take a concrete step forward: sovereignty, security, liberty, and prosperity reparations. And here is the order of how we do it. Self-identification as one family, one community, one blood. A solid, serious commitment to the process of empowerment. Contributions of intellect, your time, and your money. This is the point where you decide to get involved or not. Everyone does not need to act. Only the elite chosen few. That must be you. We have we have had we have and are creating, allying, and cooperating with a myriad of organizations to create a U.S. national and global network to form economic, manufacturing, supply, and consumer distribution channels to reach every black family in the U.S. as well as abroad. Your individual participation is requested in your own family, your own local community, your affiliations, and most of all, with your belief in the possibility of success and victory. We are reaching out to 60,000 people in the U.S. and will achieve this number. Will you be counted among the first founders to establish the national treasury to finance the future of our people? Please register today. We've wasted enough time talking. Start to act, family. So, basically, what that was the gathering. I read that pledge to you. I'm going to put the link in the bottom of this video. You feel it? Go to it. Sign. That's it. $20 a month, and nobody's asking for that right now. $20 a month is nothing. Most of y'all blow that on breakfast daily. So, come on. Sacrifices got to be made. You know, and y'all already know. Before peace comes war, and we there now. So you want peace? You need to talk. You need to act on it. You need to make something happen for yourself, and for your community, and for the collective. So that's all I got to say, family. Thank you for watching. Big ups. A BB for Hodie. Peace.